Hello dudes, what is up? My name is The Watching Relic, and in this video we are going to be reviewing Shelok Toa of Iron, one of 3 winners of Wombat Combat Pictures Contest. There we go. The English worked. My mouth did it. Originally, I was thinking that after the contest results were in, I wasn't even going to review this guy. I was just going to take him down because I'm not that happy with him. I'm still not that happy with him. He's simpler than most of my other mocks because I made him during a serious shortage of parts. And in general, there's just a lot of little things that really bug me on this guy. Like, he is not my best work. He's not really one of my favorite mocks I've done, not by a long shot. But now he's my champion. I'm all excited about him because he won the first contest that I ever entered. And that's just awesome to me. I mean, granted, it's not the only winner, but it's the only winner for Shelok. The other 2 winners were for different characters. So, this is just, it's so exciting. And at the time of filming this, not sure when it's going to be uploaded because I'm just horribly inconsistent with that, but at the time of filming this, Wombat Combat just sent me the actual, a couple of the prizes, or one of the prizes, the awesome desktop wallpaper of the first Toa team. I don't know, maybe I can like put a little image of that up right now just to show you guys what it looks like, because it looks awesome. But anyway, let's just get into the build. So starting off down at the feet, as me and every other mock reviewer out there does, the feet are dark gold. That's the only real notable thing about them. They're just Metro feet, but they are dark gold, and there is a reasonable amount of dark gold on this guy, and that is just a great feeling for me because dark gold is one of those colors in my collection that I'm always like, man, this needs to be on a mock. It's just depressing me that it's just sitting here on nothing, and so just to have it up on a mock is so just nice. And there's another color on this guy that I'm also very happy to have used up most of, and that is the dark orange, or the burnt orange, or whatever you want to call it. As far as, like, you know, the build of the lower legs goes, they're just a couple of little CCBS bones and shells, not even a greebling, not even a tire, not even a lazy tire. Also, proportionally, the legs are a little bit goofy, and I'm just going to show you what I mean right now. So here's what I'm talking about. As you can see, the lower legs are like way too short in comparison to the upper legs. He has these very long thighs. I can just kind of show you right there. There we go. Let's do a sideways shot. I mean, the thigh goes from there all the way down to there, and then just this little lower leg. That's a little bit goofy. The upper legs themselves I actually really like. They're one of the few, like, custom complex parts of this mock. As you can see, they're just sort of, you know, Technic-based, Technic-ness. There's nothing really too much to say about them. Not really going to go in depth about the design. It's nothing special. I can't even really remember exactly what it is, but you can kind of see what it is through the armor, actually. It's just like a handpiece and then a couple of half-thickness lift arms going down to a Glatorian neck. Oh, and since oh, God, he's coming all apart. Anyway, as I was just going to say, since I originally built this guy and sent the pictures in for the contest and did the slideshow, I've actually gotten 2016 Pohatu, which was one of the Uniters that I never got when they first came out. And now I have dark orange Glatorian necks that I might swap out in there. In fact, I most definitely will, just to add to the colors a little bit. Moving on to a kind of a point of controversy here, I literally just the day before I won the contest, when I had just uploaded the slideshow, I was talking with another guy in the comment section, and I was being very self-deprecating because I could not disagree with his criticism, to be honest, and that is that Shelok here kind of looks like he's wearing a big diaper. Honestly, I was going for samurai skirt armor, and it kind of turned into big diaper, especially in the back. And honestly, I still don't like this that much. Like, I apparently got across the look I was going for to Wombat Combat, because, well, this guy ended up winning. And one of the biggest kind of things that he kept reiterating was that it's not about the complexity of the build, It's just the uniqueness of the character design and the look that will make you win. And I think kind of the big unique factor here is his big gunmetal armor plates. He has his skirt, and then he also has two big shoulder plates that kind of match. And yeah, in general, I mean, this is not like... I guess it's not horrible, but I'm not that big of a fan. Especially, I've kind of started positioning these side bits differently. I sort of just fold them like down and as sleek as they can go, which actually looks a heck of a lot better. In the slideshow, I had them more sticking out like that, and that seriously adds to the goofy factor. But let's move on up to the torso, because that's one part I actually do really like. Basically, what I really like about this torso is just the way this armor, like, just... Oh, you have the dark tan, good grief. You have the dark orange, or burnt orange, chest piece from 2015 Bohatu, and then this black, extra wide thing, and the way this piece just kind of fits up over the bottom of the chest plate looks so nice. There's no gaps in this torso at all. It's very solid. I can't even really remember how it's built in there. It's just kind of Technic whatever. This little bit is actually just sitting in there with a friction connection just to fill in that gap to make it look more complex than it is. There's not much going on with this torso. It's mostly greebling and not actual, like, substance, sadly. But I love the way that armor looks. That just is nice. And the back is pretty nice, too. It's just a big... Bionicle foot. And from the front, like, these little bits off to the side actually... You know, you can see him there, and it's kind of cool. His collar is one interesting design that I'm never quite sure I like or not. Here's a better shot of it. It's basically, oh gosh. Yeah, you can see that little piece in there. It's the system thing with the little bar across here, and then all these little skull spider legs clipped to it, and you can kind of do whatever you want with these. You could just fold them all the way out and have just these random claws sticking out, or the way I did it was kind of like this, you know, really nice kind of like collar. And I think it adds to kind of the sunken head and the big shoulder armor. And the sunken head, that's another thing people mentioned. I don't think it's that bad. A couple people, including, I think, Wombat Combat himself in his email, I can't remember, but I think he did mention that the head looks a little bit too low. I don't think it's that much too low. It's tricky positioning, like, old Bionicle heads with this new chest plate, just because, like, where they relate on the grid of pin lengths and half lengths is a little bit off. But, like, I don't know. I don't think it's that bad. And I think it works well with the kind of bulky, clunky armor thing that he has going on anyway. And I think the collar kind of adds to that. And I like the look of this. It's unique. It's kind of weird, but if you stop thinking of them as individual claws and start just thinking of that as like an actual weird collar piece in the back, like just a single piece, then it starts making more sense, I think. Talking about the mask, it is just the good old Iruni mask and another dark gold piece. This thing is just nice looking. It's just very nice looking. And we do have the big bulky shoulder armor here, which does this along with the head. It's a little seesaw. It's not too bad, it just wiggles a little bit. As far as the arms are concerned, I shouldn't even be going over the arms of my MOCs at this point. When's the last time I made custom arms? I can't remember. Someone want to tell me in the comments? They'll probably start telling me, you never have! Actually, no. It was Minix. It was Minix. I think. Didn't she have? Yeah, she did. Anyway, so, the final thing that we need to go over here is the weapon. So, the weapon is very simple. The only real guidelines for, like, the weaponry and the fighting style of this character were he's a master swordsman. And so I just gave him a sword and made it very simple. It's just this big silver blade piece with this smaller silver blade piece, and you just put that on the fist, and it's nothing special. And originally I wanted to give him a sleeker sword, something more like, you know, a katana, whereas this is kind of a big, like, serrated broadsword thing. But I couldn't really find the right piece, and in the end I think this worked out really well, because it kind of goes with that slightly, you know, more bulky, clunky, armored up sort of look that he has. And I really like that. Like a smaller character that's like bulky, just covered in bulky armor, but wouldn't be that bulky without the armor, and kind of a big clunky weapon. Like, he has a neat sort of thing going on there that wasn't even all that purposeful, but I think it really worked out to create a consistent theme and vibe throughout the whole MOC. So anyway, that is about it for this video. Let me just, oh god, I gotta go. I'm doing this without cutting it. We're putting this in the final video, everybody. I gotta get the size comparison. Here we go. It's Gresh! And as you can see, let me put them side by side. As you can see, Shelok is... Gresh isn't standing up straight. There we go. Shelok is actually shorter than a normal Bionicle build. So he's a short little dude. And then here's the minifigures. So, yeah. So there's your size comparison. There is Toa Shelok. My name is The Watching Relic, and I will see you all next time.